Christ gave his disciples a sign of the ruin to come on Jerusalem, and he told them how to escape. When ye shall see Jerusalem compassed with armies, then know that the desolation thereof is nigh. Then let them which are in Judea flee to the mountains, and let them which are in the midst of it depart out, and let not them that are in the countries enter thereinto. For these be the days of vengeance, that all things which are written may be fulfilled. This warning was given to be heeded 40 years after, at the destruction of Jerusalem. The Christians obeyed the warning, and not a Christian perished in the fall of the city. Pray ye that your flight be not in the winter, neither on the Sabbath day, Christ said. He who made the Sabbath did not abolish it, nailing it to his cross. The Sabbath was not rendered null and void by his death. 40 years after his crucifixion, it was still to be held sacred. For 40 years, the disciples were to pray that their flight might not be on the Sabbath day. Christ made the Sabbath, and he never abolished it. The Sabbath was not rendered null and void by the crucifixion, as many claim. Christ's death on the cross is an unanswerable argument in favor of the changeless character of every precept of God's holy law. Think not that I am come to destroy the law or the prophets, Christ said. I am not come to destroy, but to fulfill. As the head of the human family, he lived every precept, every jot, every tittle of the law. He lived in humanity the life that he requires his followers to live, and therefore there is no excuse for anyone to fail of reaching the standard of perfection. Christ emphasizes his words, "For verily I say unto you, till heaven and earth pass, one jot or one tittle shall in no wise pass from the law, till all be fulfilled. So long as the heavens and the earth remain, so long will the Sabbath of the fourth commandment hold its claim on the human family. God has given full directions regarding his law, so that none need be left in darkness, unless they choose darkness rather than light. Just as the Jews chose darkness in regard to the message that Christ came to the world to bring, so men today are choosing darkness. Sanctified and blessed by God, the Sabbath was designed to be the great memorial of creation and a blessing to mankind, but men are trampling it underfoot. It is the test of today, as Christ was the test when he was in our world in human form. It will ever stand unmoved, a rock of offense to the Christian world, as was Christ to the Jewish nation. As the rejection of Christ decided the eternal destiny of the Jews, so the rejection of God's holy memorial will decide the fate of many professing Christians. Jesus Christ is coming back again soon. Will you accept him and his truth for today, so that you will be prepared when he comes in the clouds of glory? Please do not be as the Jews of long ago who rejected Jesus by following their example of unbelief in rejecting God's holy law, of which the Sabbath points us to Jesus as our Savior and Creator. Follow Jesus' example of perfect obedience of God's law, that you may have right to the tree of life and enter into the gates of the New Jerusalem. If you have been blessed by this content, please share so all may make an informed decision before it's too late. Choose you this day whom you will serve.